A man laughs, a Ferrari may have a hidden history, and they're both related. But how? Next on Raptor Chain Reaction.
Hello Raptors, great to have you with us. We are back for another Raptor Chain Reaction video. My name is Paul Mills from Raptorium Core, and here we have Hunter Schultz, who is laughing for some reason, who is the head of production for Raptorium. And today we have the Ferrari Classe K program. Yeah?
Yep, that's why I was laughing, because I knew one of us is going to get this wrong. Probably me, but go ahead. Good to be here.
Yeah. So are you good with that, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think what we'll do is we'll start off with what Raptorium is. So Raptorium is like a type of digital money. To put it simply, a little bit like Bitcoin, but with some special features that make it unique. One of those features is immutability. Immutability means that once something is written down, it can't be changed. So in Raptorium, when a transaction or a piece of data is added to the blockchain, it stays there forever and can't be altered. This helps everyone trust the information because they know that it hasn't been tampered with. Then we have a security aspect, whereas Raptorium uses a mix of two systems. The first system is proof of work, or POW, and the second system is proof of stake, or POS, and that keeps the network safe. This means a lot of different people can help secure the network in a decentralized manner, making it harder for bad actors to attack it. It's like having many guards to protect your treasure. Then we can talk about how transparent it is. You see, transparency means that everything is open and visible to everybody. In Raptorium, all the transactions and changes are recorded where everyone can see them. This helps people trust the system because they can check the information for themselves at any point. So Raptorium is special because it makes sure that information can't be changed, keeps the network safe with lots of helpers, and lets everyone see what's happening. This makes it trustworthy and a secure digital money system. And obviously, as we've mentioned today, we're talking about the Ferrari Classe K program. Ferrari's Classe K program is a prestigious service for restoring, authenticating and preserving classic Ferrari cars, primarily the older ones. Am I right?
That's right, primarily. It's 20 years and older, if memory serves. So your car has to be 20 years and older before they accept it in.
20 years or older.
Yeah,
Some of the main things that they do is restoration. They can restore cars to their original condition using authentic parts. Another thing is certification. They can provide a certificate of authenticity, which verifies a car's originality and which enhances its value. Another thing is historical access, which uses Ferrari's archives for accurate restorations. Then there's maintenance, and that offers ongoing technical support and servicing. There are also exclusive events for people involved in it and a community of enthusiasts through the Red Book. And there's also something quite important as well, is heritage preservation, which ensures classic Ferraris are enjoyed by future generations, how they should be. The program aims to reflect Ferrari's commitment to maintaining its rich heritage.
That's a good summary. It's something that many Ferrari owners who have, race cars that have raced at Le Mans or Mille Miglia, Formula One tracks, sports car tracks all over the world, and have legitimate racing histories. Those are one big client. one type of client. Another one would be someone with a somewhat rare Ferrari, a 288 GTO from the mid-'80s, and an F40 would be another one. So these are limited production supercars of the time. You're now getting to the point where you might see a Daytona, a 275 GTB, but these are cars that owners cherish. And in many ways, and I know the market well because I used to work at a Ferrari dealer many decades ago. So I know the owners. The owners, many of them who have these ultra rare Ferraris, consider themselves caretakers. What the Classique program does for the owner is give them a thorough connection to their car. And by documenting when they take it in, and Ferrari documents what they do during a restoration, which is it's extensive. It's as extensive as you want it to be. They have, I won't say an issue, but there's kind of a tug of war here. And that is that people who go through the program and get their red book, and then they sell the car. And the red book is a terrific sales tool because it does provide a provenance. The thing is, when they restore the car, they're taking out the updates that have been done. As I understand it, they're taking out the updates that were done, little improvements over many years as technology improved. And they're going to put it back to the original form that it came out of the factory. And that may have changed, but as far as I know, that's something that Ferrari will do. And if I'm an owner and I sell the car with the red book, and I've changed something, it's not reflected on the red book. So you're not keeping track. So every owner is going to do something probably to it, improve the brakes a little bit, changing the types of pads.
Yeah.
The race car I was involved with was a BB512LM Ferrari, a boxer. It was the best braking boxer of all because it had Porsche 935 brakes. So if that went back to the factory, to the Classique program, they would return it back to the original Ferrari BB512LM brakes.
Yeah.
Now what? So it raced at Daytona, Sebring, and a number of other tracks, Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin, Road America, with the 935 brakes. It brings together some interesting questions for Ferrari historians. And over to you.
So, as you've just mentioned, there are some clear challenges for the Ferrari Classique Red Book and everything that goes along with it. So, you mentioned we could touch on incomplete or missing documentation of the historical records. They could be lost, they could be forged, or due to the processes of Ferrari Classique, they could just put it back to the car's original specifications, when really it's probably a detriment to the car if that was to be done because of the provenance of the history of what the car's been going through. The repairs and modifications is something important as well. You see, over the years, cars may undergo numerous repairs or modifications that can obscure their original condition and components. And then there's the whole counterfeit parts aspect of it as well, where the use of non-original and counterfeit parts can also complicate the verification process for Ferrari Classique. Then I think an important one is ownership history. So tracing the ownership of a Ferrari can be challenging due to private sales for cash here and there, and undocumented transfers. I mean, a lot of people just buy a Ferrari to park it up and admire the view of it rather than actually driving it, which in my opinion is a silly thing. But but that does happen on a regular basis. People will buy a Ferrari just to put it somewhere to make themselves look good or whatever. Also, verifying authenticity often requires specialized knowledge and access to original manufacturing records, which can be limited at times. We should also look at the importance of provenance for Ferraris as well. I mean, provenance with a Ferrari is something that's one of the most important aspects of having a Ferrari. and there's so many clones and fakes out there, and so many people that are duped. We hear about it quite regular. That it's such an important thing for Ferrari to conquer. So, provenance ensures the car's originality and historical significance, which are critical for maintaining or possibly increasing its market value. Authentic documentation and certification it provides confidence to buyers, making the car a much more secure investment, and reduces the amount of buyers second guessing because they're unsure. Also, if a car is well documented with verified provenance, they're easier to sell and often command much more higher prices on the market. So for Ferrari clients, owning a car with a rich, well documented history ties them to the legacy of Ferrari and the engineering, and also the racing excellence. So it's been that much closer to it. So the way I see Raptorium stepping into this space is in the following ways, and to me it's quite obvious. I mean, Raptorium can improve all of this, improve the process for the Red Book by adding more security, more transparency, and ability to update records with less clones and fraud happening because of the way the blockchain works. So we can start off with talking about immutability. See, once information is added to Raptorium, it can't be changed. This means that the car's history is safe and trustworthy, giving the customer that confidence. Then there's the security of it. Raptorium uses strong security methods to keep information safe from hackers and bad actors in the space. And as it is from today, Raptorium has never been hacked, and it's worked excellently from the start. Then it's transparent. Everyone can see the records on Raptorium, making it easy to verify the car's history when tied to an asset. Raptorium provides updatable assets as well. You see, with that, while the core information remains unchanged, new details can be added over time for each of the parts on the car, for each of the stages of a car's history, and this keeps the car's record current and allows the Ferrari Red Book Classique system to operate more seamlessly and easier.
Yeah, as soon as you get delivery of the book, let's just say books can be forged, things can be altered, and that goes for service records. It goes for a lot of records associated with a car. And also, Ferrari has an enormous amount of archival material that they could put in an asset form on the blockchain. I'll go way out on a limb because we were discussing, last week we were discussing Rickenbacker guitars and gaming.
Yeah.
Well, we know Ferrari's in gaming.
Absolutely, yeah.
They've got some interesting assets that they can, you could do a pit stop game. We're going to get off into the weeds on this one. And that's a whole nother show.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah. But it's a whole new world for them.
Yeah.
And, Ferrari's production they limit their production, but they are into generating revenues in other spaces, whether it's fashion, watches, whatever. Mm-hmm. This is a whole nother space for them that they can get into using their huge treasure trove of assets. Plus, they can create new ones. Just let their creativity go wild. And if anything, Italians are very creative. All you got to do is look at their designs and hello. So I think the combination here is unique, and the fact that Raptorium stands alone out there for business use I can't think of another blockchain now that would even come close to what Raptorium offers, a company like Ferrari. Okay, I admit I have my red cup. I'm drinking from the red cup.
Yeah,
And
red logo.
yes, there is a little red in the logo. Yeah, it would be kind of neat to see the Raptorium logo on an F1 car. Just saying. That would be really cool.
If we were to talk about how they would get this done, and why it would be more value to Ferrari by utilizing Raptorium, they could charge more for a premium certification service which utilizes the blockchain. You know, the Raptorium Enhanced Red Book, we could call it. And that includes the benefits of the blockchain, the security, the transparency, and the updatable records, which increases obviously the value of the car and the data within the Red Book that comes along with it. Owners could also subscribe to a service that allows them to add new maintenance and repair records to their car's original digital history on the Raptorium blockchain. Another revenue source.
Yeah, I think there's. Go ahead.
I mean, I could go on.
Something just popped into my head. I know.
Carry on. What was that?
Something just popped into my head. If I'm an owner of a classic Ferrari race car, or a GTO or whatever, and in a game, I'm a gamer, and I could rent that car for a race. I don't know if you know this, but back in the 60s, you could go to Hertz Rental Car and you could rent a Shelby Mustang. It was the Shelby Mustang GT 350s at Hertz Rental Car. Go to the racetrack and drag race and win, and then return it to Hertz. So same kind of deal. If I'm in a game and I can rent an asset for a weekend and race it on a track.
Yeah.
And the owner of the real car makes money at that. How that's done, I don't know. Not my problem. Some propeller head, whatever, we'll figure it out. We're scratching the surface. It just takes creativity, and so there's money to be made. There's money to be saved, because once you put it on the blockchain, Ferrari doesn't have to go around searching for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to go, where we move the file, where'd it go? So you find it once, put it on the blockchain, you're done. You can then, if something happens in a fire and it destroys a lot of old records, they're on the blockchain. Ferrari can make money facilitating records management, facilitating even some of the racing. Just putting on the VR goggles and renting a car at a racetrack for a weekend. That would be really cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So they've got some interesting possibilities, along with the owners. Ferrari has such a unique history and so many fans worldwide that it would be quite a journey. And to do it with them, of course, for Raptorium would be monumental, to say the least.
I mean, there's not really that many, or if any, car manufacturers doing it right now. But I think a brand like Ferrari would benefit the most out of it, because it's where provenance shines the most. I mean, if Ferrari beat McLaren to the post with all of this, that would be epic, and it would be something they could brag about. If I was Ferrari, I'd be like, yeah, are you integrating blockchain? McLaren are not doing that, so obviously they would need to catch up. But if Ferrari integrated cutting edge technology, which is the blockchain and Raptorium, it can position itself as a leader in innovation and also trustworthiness. Being first to the post is important, and it can also attract a different type of customer as well. And that would be a tech-savvy and security conscious person. And a lot of people in big business right now are heading in that direction. So they are looking for this type of support, be it on Ferrari itself or the Ferrari Classique Red Book. And I think also enhances a brand image for Ferrari because, offering a high-tech, secure certification process, it enhances Ferrari's brand image as a forward-thinking and also customer-focused company. Because by bringing, a little bit like what CryptoSmiths is doing, by bringing the old into the new, it's like a breath of fresh air, isn't it? And obviously these Ferraris are over 20 years old, so it sort of brings them up to date, but keeps their old style provenance. Another thing that would be of benefit to Ferrari is the customer retention and customer loyalty, because if they provide a premium service that ensures the authenticity and up-to-date history of their cars, then that will increase. Obviously, they would have more confidence. Owners will appreciate the added value and also the peace of mind. They don't have to start digging around. And like you were saying, some people take years to track down things and to find provenance on things. This would take away that need for searching for years. It'd be instant, because you could trust the information you were seeing right in front of you. And just imagine the media attention Ferrari would get around this. It would be huge. So, launching such an innovative service can generate such a huge media buzz and PR that would leave all the other car manufacturers with their jaws just simply dropped.
I want to touch on something I just thought of, and that's, it's two things. Number one, it's the ease of maintenance of using Raptorium. And we haven't really touched on this in previous episodes, and I think we should in this case. The fact that you can use Java, C++, Python. You're not dialing in on some obscure programming language with 20,000 developers or 200,000 developers. You're talking millions of developers. So you can, if your developer leaves, you can plug another one in. And that is a huge win for Raptorium, and it's a huge win for the companies that use it, because the maintenance of the IT part of it is a lot easier and less expensive down the road. So it's not just building an app, it's how do you maintain it? And that's where Raptorium, of course, shines. The other thing I was going to mention is that when you talk about early adopters, I know that we have a limited number of spaces, if you will, for high value, so to speak, Raptorium, someone who's going to adopt the Raptorium blockchain,
yep,
such as Ferrari, and that our people will help them. We'll do the hand holding. We'll work with them. And that won't last forever, because we don't have the manpower to do that. So the sooner someone jumps in, the better off they're going to be. And right now, we're getting very close to saying to people, hey, jump, go.
If we talk about a standard Red Book right now, I'm going to give a difference, right? A standard Red Book right now includes just basic certification and history verification, right? And there may be holes in that. Whereas a Raptorium enhanced Red Book includes blockchain secured records, QR codes or wireless transfer of information like on NFC for easy verification, and the ability to update a car's history. The service can be offered at a premium price to the customer, and it would make the car worth more money. It's as simple as that. Now, in terms of Ferrari, on how I see them potentially getting something like this done or benefiting from it, the first thing would be like a marketing campaign. So they could do a launch event where Ferrari can host an event showcasing the new Raptorium Enhanced Red Book, inviting media and influencers to generate the buzz around it, and they can show off the benefits of it. Then when customers use it, they can share stories from early adopters who have benefited from the enhanced verification. highlighting the added value and also the peace of mind, again, which increases the value throughout all of this. Ferrari could do a social media campaign where they use social media to promote the benefits of the Raptorium Enhanced Red Book, targeting, as we mentioned earlier, tech savvy and also luxury car enthusiasts looking for a much more technical and damn sure provenance of what they're actually owning. By offering Raptorium Enhanced Red Books for Ferrari as a premium service, they can generate so much additional revenue and enhance brand image, attract new customers, all while providing added value and also security, much better security to its existing clients. So if you are watching Ferrari, because I know you might be watching, imagine enhancing the prestigious Ferrari Classique Red Book. Just imagine that, with Raptorium's cutting edge blockchain technology. The integration can bring unmatched security than your rivals in the space, transparency for customers to verify things. By offering a Raptorium Enhanced Red Book, Ferrari can offer a premium certification service, generate, again, much more revenue through that, and boost customer trust and loyalty through them knowing that none of this can be cloned or tampered with. We would love, me and Hunter, we would love to show you more. So if you are interested in exploring this partnership, please reach out to us. We will help you with every step of the way. We've got devs that can help you on board. We've got people that can create apps. Every little thing that you need to get on board to improve this Ferrari Classique Red Book, we can help with.
And there you are. See, I came up with a new one. No more him.
Is that how you're going to end it from now on? And there you are.
Yeah, and there you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there you are. Hunter invents a new ending.
Thank you so much for joining us on this epic episode on Ferrari and their Classique Red Book program. And boy, we're looking forward to seeing maybe a Raptorium logo on the side of a Ferrari, maybe? That would be good.
That would be awesome.
Thank you, and until next week, have a good one. Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.